It's the Gamble on Ginter podcast. How we doing?
Fantastic. We're back.
We're back,
fellas. How's it going?
We actually have someone with us
We
today.
have a guest.
Not that
today.
coward.
So
That coward Ryan who refuses to show his face.
No, this is the good
if you've been if
We
you've
brought in
been
the
here
good
before
brother.
and you've been with us the last 3 weeks, Ryan has absolutely obliterated Daniel.
You better watch your fucking mouth.
4 times. I believe it's now we're going to our 4th time.
This
or
is
has it
third
been
time in a
third
row.
time?
This is his fourth
So this
week.
is about to be the
But one
4th
week was
time
a
that
tie,
he's back.
so tie goes to the house,
Okay,
right?
so in fairness,
You're
Ryan
still losing.
Ryan has
Yeah, I
been
am.
You're still
I'm
losing.
1-2 on him.
Ryan has been over 500 both every time in the 4 weeks. Just had his worst
You
week
give him the easy
at 3 and
wins.
2.
You give him the easy ones for sure.
See, that's what you go to, and yet you're going 4-1, 3-2, and it's not good enough.
This is a bias
What do you mean?
game.
You're getting killed fair and square. It's you got to defend your honor. I've been hyping you up all season, and it seems like you've met your match.
I didn't ask for this.
But instead, we brought in his brother Joey, who is here pretty much to help you the entire time. He's going to cheer you on, because I'm pretty sure I think he's next to pick, so he can get Ryan out of the way and face you himself.
Okay.
We'll see.
So,
Hopefully you don't cry when I pick against you.
No.
but anyways, it's great to have Joey with us on the podcast today. We're going to be talking about all things going on in college football. Of course, we're going to be doing the same thing we did last week. We're going to be making a parlay live for the 7 o'clock slate. So definitely make sure we're going to be watching that. We're watching the Masters. I'm pretty much watching the Masters. Daniel, have you watched any of the Masters
Bro,
so far?
I won't lie. I do not watch golf.
You-
I know
you'll watch tomorrow.
about golf, but
If you're going to watch golf, you watch the Masters and the U.S. Open. Those are two fantastic tournaments. So I will geek out on the Masters possibly sometime throughout. But we are currently waiting on the call from Ryan, who, again, is afraid to show his face.
Coward.
He is currently calling
coward.
from Orlando, Florida, even though I told him you don't have to call. You are on vacation. Enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
We would.
He enjoys beating Daniel,
So he enjoys beating. See,
He's celebrating.
I
right
brought
now.
him here to help you, and he's already hurting you.
You were the one who said he was
That's
going to
family.
cheer me
Yeah,
on, but
yeah, I
it doesn't
thought he
feel
was
that
gonna-
way.
I guess he can do whatever he wants. I mean, I thought it would be funnier if you just cheer him on.
All right.
Well, we'll see what happens. Ryan will probably say something that pisses you off, and you'll end up going on Daniel's
yeah, it's
side.
only a matter of time.
I need to give a quick shout out to the Miami Hurricanes.
No, definitely.
They won me some money today.
So we had a lot of people
Shout out to
in
the
the
U.
group chat today, and shout out the group chat if you want to
Yeah,
get
the
part of the
Discord
Discord chat. Give us a ring. We'll tell you all the details to get in and bet with the pros. A lot of people loved Miami, and we went off the stat, and I will definitely give it out. Before that game, a ranked team coming in as an underdog on the road is 2-14 against the unranked underdog team, or the favorite. Yeah. And that's crazy to believe, because you think. And one of them was Liberty, who are a 16-point dog, and Miami today against a 3-loss Virginia Tech team was a 2-point dog. So a big win.
we actually have Ryan on the line.
We have Ryan on the line right now.
I'm here.
Where are you, you coward?
I'm in Disney.
Okay.
I'm in Disney celebrating my great week of picks once again.
He went to Disney World with his picks. He made money and went to Disney World.
And you want to know what's going to happen? He's going to realize it's all an animated lie.
Oh, no.
Oh no, an animated lie. We have your brother here as well. Do you want to say anything to your brother?
What's up, Joe?
What's up, Ryan? How's Disney?
Disney's great, and you're going to lose this week, too, in picks. I heard that you're going to try to beat me,
I don't
but
want to hear it yet.
Wait, are we having like a triple threat in picks right now?
I believe we were
I
having.
just-
Never happened,
I
yeah.
was all I was listening to was Joe teaming up with Amano to try to beat me this week.
All right. Well, no, we're it's a triple threat matchup.
It was
'cause
an idea,
He's
yeah.
definitely made it known that he's not my friend.
He's definitely not
We're on our own
anyone's friend. He came in here
This is
really.
cutthroat, yeah.
He came in
Listen.
here ready to go.
Amano, 2 weeks ago, I told you that your reign as Nostradaniel was over.
That's right. We didn't call him
It's because
Nostradamus.
Pete's handing you the easy pickings.
Hey, I had 2 picks that were pick'ems last week. and I believe I got them both right.
What were our records last week?
So
how many did he win?
So
How many did I
Ryan
win?
was 3-2 last week. Daniel was 2-3, and there was a crazy play that turned it, and it was the play in the the Los Angeles, Las Vegas game that prevented Ryan from going 2-3. So we'll talk about
Correct.
that in the show because we will get the picks off. So we'll do this the way we do it when Ryan is lucky enough to call us in, which means I want to hear all 5 of your picks, Ryan. Give them off. And we'll talk about each and every one of those picks, and then Daniel will have his moment in the sun. So actually, you were the champion for the past 3 weeks. You get to choose. When do you want to go, first or second?
Listen, it
third.
worked last week. Daniel, you can go first this week.
You want me to go first? All right, let's go.
Do it
So
again.
we have
Yeah,
Daniel's picks, who, to his credit, guys, he's been pretty hot. I think he's been about 65%
Yeah.
over this time. Ryan's been better. That's all it's been.
Well,
Ryan's been better.
I'm feeling good about this week. Feeling real good about this week.
Also, we did let Ryan back in from a technicality on a tie. Tie goes to Nostra Daniel. At all times, we made an exception because he went 4-1. So that needs to be noted as well.
Thank you.
Let's get to the games, Pete.
Thank you. All right.
Without further ado, Daniel, first pick.
First game is the Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Giants. The New York Giants are home doggies at +3. I look at this, I got to go with the Eagles. I think they're going to win by 3 at the very least against the Giants. It's a divisional game, but I don't know. I'm just feeling the Eagles.
So the Eagles and the Giants right now are the 2 top teams in the NFC East. So this is a big game.
Yes.
Philly has won 8 straight games versus the Giants. The Eagles are sitting on top at 3-4-1 this season. So they will stay in first place even with a loss to the Giants this week. It is an
That's great.
interesting matchup.
Yeah, I'm going Eagles with that one.
What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, let's go Eagles.
Go Eagles. You have to go Eagles here.
Miles Sanders
And
back this
anyone
week,
like
so.
the Giants? Not at all? No takers
Me.
on the Giants?
Me, I have the Giants money line this week.
Giants money line. I like it. So what do you see?
I have the Giants not only covering, but I have the Giants winning this week. I don't
Nice.
know.
The
The
Giants
defense,
winning.
their defense, just take a look at their defensive numbers. They're one of the better defensive teams in the NFC. And although their offense hasn't played great, they've been playing well enough. And their defense has forced 15 turnovers this year. That I think that Carson Wentz, the turnover-prone king, Mr. Sack, Mr. Turnover, 32nd in the league in passing completions. I think the Giants are going to pull this one out.
They have played Washington twice, so that's probably helped with their turnover numbers. But I will say the money seems to be following the Eagles heavy. Now, that could be Philly biased, but the Giants are actually getting 44% of these bets. And the price, you can get it cheapest at +4. Daniel, you got them at +3. Okay, so
Yep.
Daniel, what do you got as your second game? I gave you probably the largest spread of the week.
And I think this is going to be one of the more offensive games of the week. Buffalo, Arizona. And it's a 3-point spread. Arizona's the favorite. They're at home. This one was the one that was the most tough one to choose from, in all honesty, because Arizona's nice and all, but now Buffalo's starting to get their swagger back. They really balled out last week, and I believe they were on the road last week too, and they still dropped like a 40-something points.
Let it be known that we called him on the show last week, Josh Flat Soda Allen, and then
Yeah.
he came out and
And
was
honestly,
MVP good.
How dare you?
I was no,
How
but
dare you?
I will say I was happy to see him get his swagger back, because I think it was either on this show or on NBF where I did say that I like early on in the season I thought Josh Allen was an MVP
Oh,
contender.
he was.
I was definitely a
there
fan
was
of
no
his,
doubt.
but he had those few games where he just like lost his swagger. He was like a flat soda, no lie. But last week balled out. And I'm gonna go with him this week.
So
I'm not going to disrespect him this week. I think he will take out Arizona. If Arizona's the favorite, I definitely think the Bills cover or at least win.
Yeah, definitely. I think, and it covers you here. The Buffalo Bills have won 6 of their last 7 versus Arizona. They come in at 7-2. We haven't seen this good of a Bills team, and they've been dominating this matchup. Now, Tre'Davious White versus DeAndre Hopkins should be really interesting.
Well, let's not forget Stephon Diggs, if I'm not mistaken, has I think it's the most receptions or reception yards right now.
So Steph and Patty P. That's gonna be fun.
It's
too
gonna
on
be
the
a
other
good
end.
receiver matchup between them both. But yeah, you're right. That Bills defense up against DeAndre Hopkins, that's always an interesting
The only
matchup.
thing is going to be Kyler's legs. That's
Yeah.
the only difference maker.
I was gonna say Kyler definitely needs to go more mobile in this game if they really want to win, but I don't see that happening.
He had 106 rushing yards last week. I think that was a career high. What
I
do
don't
you
think
mean
he'll. I don't
go
think
more
he'll.
mobile.
I don't think he's gonna get over
I
100
think he's
yards
going
this week.
plenty mobile.
I don't think he's gonna get 100 yards this week at all.
Okay, it's hard to do at the the quarterback position,
I'm
but
just
he's a
saying.
baller.
He's not gonna get that again, and I think the Bills overcome. Josh Allen wins. End of story. I win my money.
By the way, Ryan,
I will say that Kyler probably has a better chance of hitting 100 yards than any of the running backs on that team either, though.
no,
yeah,
that's 100%.
I agree with
that.
you. Yeah,
I agree with that.
it's a fair statement.
Right. Have you seen the 4 o'clock slate of games?
I haven't had a chance to look at who's exactly playing at 4 o'clock. I'm pretty sure the Dolphins are playing at 4 o'clock again because that's all they do this year.
It's football heaven. There's 6 games.
Are there really?
There's
That's got to
6
be the
games.
most since the season started.
No, definitely. I've never seen that many games on this particular game, and honestly, I can't even find the Dolphins game. There it is. Yeah, it's another 4 o'clock. 6 games.
That's the best news I've heard all weekend because I'm not going to be home till 2:30, 3 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh, it's football heroin. We'll go over it. But that game that we just mentioned is a 4 o'clock slater. So
Awesome.
that's going to be
I like that
really
pick.
exciting. So third pick, what do we got?
So the third game is my team. Yep, my team. The Chargers are playing the Dolphins at home. Dolphins are favorited by 1.5, and I will absolutely go with that. The Dolphins are on fire. I will say this. I think that Herbert's going to outplay Tua, but I think our defense is going to step up again, and we're still going to get enough offense to at least win the game. So I'm going to go with the Dolphins to win.
It's just how the game
No,
goes.
yeah.
It's the Dolphins' defense is better than the Chargers' defense, but the Chargers' offense is better than the Dolphins' offense. So it really is how
It's
how
weird,
the
right?
game's gonna
It
go.
could turn on a
Who-
defensive touchdown. Yeah.
It could. These are and it's weird because whenever the Dolphins play these West Coast teams, that's usually how we win. Is on these weird
Yeah.
look at how we beat the Rams.
Right.
Look at how we beat the Rams. Tua didn't even throw 100 yards, and we still dominated the Rams. So I think that's the same kind of game we're about to get.
I mean, the story of the game is going to be Justin Herbert versus Tua.
Yeah,
this
of course.
It's that
5
matchup
or
we
6
get.
in the draft order.
It's 5-6 in the draft order. See how each team has kind of gone. Dolphins usually have the Chargers number at home against the Chargers. However, Chargers beat them bad last year. But then again, that was a different Dolphins team that we've seen.
It was
this
also
year.
a different Chargers team last
Exactly.
year.
Yeah,
Way
you're
different
taking
Chargers team.
Way different.
and not even Austin Eckler healthy.
Yep.
So no
The
Joey
Chargers
Bosa as well for that game.
Really
And
just oh, sorry.
go ahead.
I was just going to say, we were talking about it the other day. The Chargers are really just the AFC version of the Falcons. That's all they've been over the last.
They found
4
ways
years.
to lose. I think the end of that Raiders game, that one Ryan
They
the
kind of
week,
got screwed though last week. Honestly, they kind of did get screwed. I thought Mike
they
Williams had
just keep
that.
finding ways to lose. That's it. They
That
find
was the
ways
most
to lose. They
predictable
are
thing
the
that could've happened.
Chargers. This is what they do. They find ways to lose
Yeah.
when it now this year does it matter? No, they got a rookie quarterback and a guy with a punctured lung. That's their options right now. And
Right.
their offense is really good, but the defense is not there. They're missing that dude, Desmond King, who has already really made an impact for the Tennessee Titans. So they're missing their secondary help. I like the Dolphins in this game. I picked against the Dolphins last
Agreed.
week. I'm not going to do it again. So fourth pick, what do we got?
The fourth game I have is the Bengals against the Steelers, and the Steelers are 7.5-point favorites. I'm kind of torn on this one because
Joey Burrow.
Yeah, I love
Joey
Joey. I
Bags.
love Joey Bag of Money. I've also been liking the Steelers because they've been making me a lot of money lately.
8-0.
8-0.
That's the number one defense in the league. I mean, they would have been higher ranked in fantasy if they didn't have their buys because of COVID.
What, the
but
Steelers are the number
yeah.
one defense in the league?
Yeah, man, they're elite.
I'd have to think about that for a
Yeah,
second.
I definitely got to think about it for a second, but I think Joey Bag of Money keeps them within a touchdown. But the Steelers are probably still going to win. I think it'll be a close game because the Steelers have kind of been winning by almost the skin of their teeth. Almost it feels like every game. They almost lost to Dallas last week. It felt like.
So you think?
Oh,
so
yeah.
you think Joey Bags covers?
I think Joey Bags could keep him up.
If since you can run the ball, then they will. But I don't think Joey Bag can.
You know it's going to be a physical game.
Whenever Joey Bag of Money, I'm going to keep calling him that. Whenever Joey Bag of Money goes up against a quarterback that can gun like he does, he usually tends to step up even more. And he's been like going off in those games especially. So I think he could keep him within a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Steelers' forte is playing to the talent that they're put up against. If they go out against a great team, they're going to play the best game they have all season. They go out like they did against the Dallas Cowboys last week, and they played down to their competition. Ben DiNucci covered the spread. So if Ben DiNucci can cover the spread, I think Moneybag Joe can cover the spread.
Yep.
I don't think they played DiNucci, to be honest with you.
He got hurt, I think.
No, they played Gilbert. Was
Oh,
the
yeah,
quarterback.
it was Gilbert.
Gilbert was
right.
the quarterback, yeah.
It was okay.
That guy Gilbert looks okay. He looked okay.
He does.
Yeah, next week they're going to sign Tim Tebow for a one-game contract.
I like
We're going to give a rotation to Jamarcus Russell after that.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
Also,
All right.
that's also in that 4 o'clock slate, by the way. So you're seeing already Bills, Cardinals, Dolphins, Chargers, and your last game.
And the last game I have is the Minnesota Vikings versus the Chicago Bears. The Bears are home doggies at +3.
This is the Monday night game, actually.
That's a weird game to take.
It's a weird game because Dalvin Cook is on fire. I dare say, even almost to say that Dalvin Cook, if his team had a winning record, could have been an MVP candidate.
I would agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
If they had a winning record, I would say that.
It's the same thing you could say for McCaffrey last year.
But the Bears defense has been just keeping them like alive. Like no matter how shitty their offense looks, like the Bears keep them alive. But do I think they keep them within 3 against Minnesota? Do I even think this is a game I would probably go the under on? Honestly, I don't think this is going to be an over game.
Hicks and Khalil Mack, like that's scary to go.
They
against
do
the
do
running
have a
game.
good
Try to run against
defense
him.
to go against, and the Vikings have lost games. They've been hot recently. That's
This might be
coming
a Kirk
from
Cousins
recent
throwing
bias.
game.
Now,
I'm honestly because isn't Thielen hurt or no? Thielen's
he's
not hurt.
good.
no,
He's good to go.
Steeling's good to go.
He's
They
gonna
have
be
both
good
of
to
their
go.
weapons,
They have both of their weapons.
and Dalvin Cook, which is the ultimate weapon.
I don't think Dalvin Cook's gonna have a good game. I think
think it's
Dalvin
gonna be
Cook's
a Kirk
touchdown
Cousins
thing is
throwing
gonna be
game.
done. This
Yeah.
has to be a Kirk Cousins throwing game. Do I think Kirk Cousins goes to Chicago about primetime winner, getting near primetime winner in Chicago?
I've seen crazier things happen.
To Daniel's point, Kirk Cousins 0-9 career record on Monday Night Football. Prime time.
And I'm gonna stick
Kirk.
with Chicago.
Yeah,
I can't help but think Chicago's going to win this game. I think Khalil Mack and Hicks, right? That's his last name.
Yeah.
That dude's a monster too. Those two guys running at Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook's gonna have to do some magic to even do his thing, and they need Dalvin Cook. That Vikings team doesn't float without Dalvin Cook.
Not even close.
So, just to recap Daniel's picks, he's got the Eagles, he's got the Bengals, he's got the Bills, and he's got the Dolphins, and he's also
The Bears
got the Bears. So, what do you think? That Daniel thinks he's got a 5-0 week. Now we get to hear from the champ. So, go ahead.
Listen, this is a 5-0 week right here.
He's saying
It's your
5-0. Get your 5-team parlays out. These are winners
Get 'em
here.
out.
So,
Here, all right.
your floor. Give us all 5 of your picks, however you want to deliver them.
All right. So my first game, I've got Houston versus Cleveland. Cleveland is at home. They are 4-point favorites at home. I am going to take Cleveland at -4 this week. The Texans have not been the Texans that we've known over the last couple of years. Deshaun Watson's still playing at the same level. David Johnson's hurt. They're running out there with Duke Johnson this week. I'm sorry. Nick Chubb comes back this week. So
Nick
not
Chubb
only does
comes
Cleveland
back
have
this week.
Kareem Hunt, but Nick Chubb comes off of IR to play this week. Baker never has good games against good defenses, and Houston's definitely not a good defense. He's going to have a good game this week. I think they definitely win by 4. My second game, Game 2, Tampa Bay versus Carolina. Tampa Bay is favored on the road by 6 points after being completely embarrassed for the second time by the New Orleans Saints in prime time. I think Tampa Bay comes out and covers this 6-point spread, wins by more.
And I don't think McCaffrey's playing this week either.
McCaffrey
Tom
is
Brady's
out.
always pretty good after getting his ass handed to him. So I have them covering their 6 points. He's not. It's going to be Mike Davis. It is going to be Mike. He's already been ruled out.
So you have the Bucks so far. So you got the Browns and the Bucks.
Browns -4, Bucks -6.
Okay.
All right. Moving on. We have Denver versus Las Vegas in Las Vegas with the Raiders at a -3.5 points. Man, I just 2 weeks in a row, Las Vegas has come out for me, so I can't stop the train now. I'm going to go -3.5 for Las Vegas. Derek Carr's been playing really well. Derek Carr is actually 8-0 against the Broncos in his career and has 8 touchdowns, no interceptions in those 8 games. So he tends to play this team well. I have them winning this game by 3.5.
I feel like the Raiders should really open up the idea of thinking that Derek Carr is actually potentially in the race for MVP.
Hey, listen, they beat some great teams this
He's
year.
been playing actually really well. Like a lot of people.
MVP, I don't think so.
Because when you look who he's going against, then you're like, okay, maybe not. But if this was any other season and Patrick Mahomes wasn't fucking Superman as a quarterback, Derek Carr would put up a case.
But at the same time, because he's there, you're not even looking at Derek Carr.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
He's in a shadow.
Pat Mahomes is definitely going to win MVP this season. It's almost hard to say no.
It's weird because like the Raiders, the teams that they're what 5-3 this year.
5-3, correct.
They have losses against the Buccaneers. They have losses against the Patriots, and then a loss against I want to say the Saints. I think actually no, they beat the Saints earlier this year. They beat the Saints earlier this year. They have one other loss. I can't remember to who, but it was against a good team. But they have a win against the Saints, and they have a win on the road against Kansas City. So they're a good team. They are a team that can beat these elite-level talents, and Denver's not that.
I'm going to dispute one of your stats here. Denver has won 12 of their last 17 games against Vegas, which makes your Derek Carr stat mathematically impossible.
Not Vegas.
You just said 12 out of the last 7?
They were lost.
12 of the last 17 games Denver has
They
won.
were in LA before this year, so.
The Raiders. 12 out of against the Raiders, Joe.
You said Vegas.
That's correct. That's who they are now.
Not now. This is now.
My sentiment stands. I'm taking the Raiders against Denver this week.
Okay, love it.
That's
love
a
it.
good pick. I like that pick.
So my fourth game is the San Francisco 49ers against the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. New Orleans is favored by 10 points. I am 0-2 this year when taking teams to cover a double-digit point spread. So obviously, I'm going to go with the Niners. Saints played really, really well. Saints played really, really well against the Bucks this last week that everyone saw. Niners are at like half strength. I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about taking the Saints at 10-point spread. I like the Niners to cover. Yeah, Niners to cover this double-digit point.
New Orleans has not allowed an 100-yard rusher in 46 straight games. That's insane against a team that really wants to run the ball like the 49ers. Now, if someone could do it, it's Kyle Shanahan against that team. So I think it's a 10-point spread. That's a huge spread. And we're not talking about the Mercedes-Benz Superdome fully stocked out. There will be fans there, but it's not going to be loud and crazy like it was, when everyone was allowed there. So the home field advantage is going to be a little bit less. I feel like that's why you're seeing some of these double-digit spreads kind of not hold up.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, like I said, I've been burned too many times this year on taking teams to cover the spread. I believe the two teams were the Bucks and the Packers. Both did not cover the spread. Packers against Atlanta, and then the Bucks, I don't even remember against it. But on to my last pick, Baltimore versus New England in New England. New England is, for a reason, a touchdown underdog. 7-point underdog in this game. Baltimore's defense is, really good. Really good. Pretty much embarrassed the Colts last week. And Lamar Jackson didn't even have that good of a game. He's not going to have to do it again this week. The New England's defense, I don't even know what happened to it.
Well, a lot of their players opted out.
It's almost non-existent compared to what they were just a year ago. It's like you wouldn't even believe
6 players
the
to be
turnaround
exact.
in this team. What's that?
It's 6 defensive players exactly
Yeah.
opted out this year for the Patriots. It's a big
Yeah,
deal.
there you go. Baltimore is just a really, really complete team, probably a top 2 or 3 team in the AFC. I have them covering the 7 points against New England this week.
Yeah, Ravens have been really, really good against the Patriots, especially recently, and you don't have Tom Brady anymore. So the Ravens just seem to have the Patriots number. I definitely love that pick. And a lot of the money is going on to the Ravens. I believe about 90% of the money
Yeah, the Patriots
is
almost
on
lost to
the
the Jets.
Ravens this week.
The Patriots almost lost to the Jets. Like, that's an easy.
But
pick.
here's the thing, and this is interesting, Ryan, and you'll find this interesting, especially after our game. The Patriots are getting like 5 to 10% of the money, 27% of the tickets, and the line has gone down from 7.5 to 7.
Wow.
So
No, I still.
what does
I still
Vegas
like
know?
it at 7. I don't know, man. Like I said,
What does
was
Vegas
it,
know?
What was it the other day? What
It was
game
it was the Colts game. It's the Colts
Yeah.
game that we
You're
had.
right, Thursday Night Football.
So
Thursday
one of the
Night
things-
Football, the line just moved like a point and a half, not only in favor of the Colts, but like the Colts were underdogs. And then right before game time, the line changed and it
Yep.
had the Colts at -1 favorite. And I was like, Pete, where's the money like going on to this game? And he's like, it's the same that it's been all week. So it did like we both came to the conclusion that Vegas knew something.
They knew
And Vegas knew that the punter for the Titans was absolute asshole. That's what they knew.
the story of the game was the Titans punter. Poor kid, I believe he was a third string option, like their second string guy got hurt, and his first punt went a total of 6 yards.
Yeah,
it
I'm
was
thinking
bad.
like
It was
back-to-back
real bad.
punts with
I
that
could have
shank
punted
kick,
that.
And
with
then
the shank kick and the block
And
kick,
then
I
he
think
got blocked.
He had like negative
Locked
35
him
yards.
return for a touchdown, yeah.
either the craziest win I've ever seen or just an absolute dickhole punter.
Yeah,
Really?
They had a missed
the second
field
one
goal
sounds-
as well
yeah.
too. So it was just
They
special
did, that's
teams in
right.
general. They knew the special teams. That's what happened. Me and Ryan profited off that game that week. We saw
Absolutely.
that. I had a bet on the Titans, max bet on the Titans, and I saw that. I immediately cashed out and went straight for the Colts.
Yeah, it was a very good win. Very good win for the Colts.
So that is Ryan's 5. So he thinks he's already set. He said right at the front end he's going 5-0.
I'm keeping
5-0. Make it a parlay.
5-0. Put it in a parlay.
How about you put
stew
in
it
a
up.
parlay? I'll put mine in a parlay, and whoever wins the money wins it all. There
Hey,
you go.
let's do that. I'm with that.
Okay.
I'm down with that.
There is a possibility that both of you guys win. Also a possibility of an 0-5.
these.
Which in that
I like-
case will pay for Pete's demise.
How
Yeah.
do you propose to do that?
I don't have to tell you
If
shit.
we both, hey Amano,
Yeah,
if we both go 5-0, how about we just do the show next week and we can stay home?
exactly.
That's fine.
Gamble on Ryan and Imano.
Yes, exactly. Gamble on the guest.
So, just some live updates that we got from around NCAA football. I know definitely our gambling community has some ties in this. Appalachian State just tied up the game on their end. Sorry about that, everyone. Fresno State 28-16 over Utah State. Boston College, Notre Dame just scored, but we got a 17-13. Boston College is still hanging in there. A red bandana game for the Boston College Eagles. USC, Arizona, 10-7. USC is leading, but Arizona is going to score. 5:57 left in the second. I had the under in that game.
Under was like 70.5.
And then the last game, I believe, well, we got 2 more. We got the crazy Hawaii game. San Diego State's up 14. Colorado versus Stanford. Stanford just kicked their 3rd field goal of the day. Colorado is up 14-9 over Stanford. So what we're going to do next, and Ryan, I definitely welcome you to stay on, is we're going to do Joe's parlay.
Yeah.
So Joe's going to be playing a parlay. I will be playing a parlay for Joe, and in honor of Joe, and we're going to try and win it for Joe. So Joe, how many bets have you put in the last month?
0.
Okay. So it's good to bring someone on, try to teach him the ways, and see if their luck will rub off. Most of the time, it doesn't. But
That's the positive way to go about it. Pete.
Keep the optimism.
so we're going to get some of the games going on in college football, the 7 o'clock games that we have looking at. And we're just going to, this is kind of what happens within the Discord chat. We talk about, what our process is, what we think, and make it work. And hopefully, you get some information that helps you get the results you're looking for. So the first game is this Northwestern Purdue game. Do you guys know anything about Northwestern or Purdue?
Well, it shows Northwestern.
Do you know what state Purdue is in?
I don't think so. No.
They're the chicken people.
Chicken people.
The chicken people.
Indiana.
I think.
Indiana.
Indiana, correct.
Team now.
Northwestern is the better team now.
They're favored by 3.5.
They are favored by 3.5, so it's not that deadly stat. And Northwestern's been good this year. I believe they're undefeated. They're 3-0 over their past little bit of games. So you like them 3.5. I do too. So what do you say? And this is, I already called it. I gave you some credit for it, Ryan. We're going to go to the Ryan Gabriel strategy, and we're going to look to try and get it at, what do you think, like a plus 3.5?
Northwestern?
To get Northwestern at plus 3.5 or something of that nature.
Yeah, that's usually my safe bet. If the game's that close, I usually like to get the point spread on the opposite side. So Northwestern's -3. I like to try to get them at plus 3.5 just to cover myself.
So right now you got them at -1. So if you get them at -1, you can get them at 165.
That's just to win. That's just money line.
That's pretty much just money line right there. You can get 165, and you can just check out the money line from there. So I think honestly we can check out what's the money line on that game. That's 170. So you're gonna make a little bit more just going and getting the extra point, Joe. So we're going to go with -1 on Northwestern. We're going to have them to win. And I like them. I actually really like them today against Purdue. And that game starts in 7 minutes, so we got to move quick, Joe. We got to move quick. We have to get it in. So you got the Oregon Ducks, who, Joe, I think you recognize more for having the best uniforms in football, correct?
Yeah, but they're also the better team. I know that for a fact.
Are they better by 10.5 points?
10.5 points against the Washington State Cougars during COVID times.
I think so.
Yes, they're still the better team. Absolutely. Yeah. I like Oregon in that game as well. The over-under in that game is about 57.5. I'm not touching that. It's a different Oregon.
Yeah,
it's a different Washington State team as well. I really like Oregon. We can get it on a different alternate spread if you want. If you want them to try and get them by 2 touchdowns, get a little bit more, or bring it down to 7 for 180. There's a lot of good options there. I kind of like the 10.5 spread. I think they can cover that.
Yeah, I think
I think they can cover that. So let's go with you get a -115 odds, which is a good little beefer into your parlay.
One that I find interesting that I don't know if you were looking at it, the SMU versus Tulsa game. So only as a 1-point spread.
So it is a 1-point spread on that game, but understand. So it just switched.
The Northwestern odds just went to 220.
So right now they have this thing because Tulsa was favorited earlier in this game. Now there is going into games favorites of teams again, teams that were favorited, unranked teams against ranked opponents. They are 14-3. 14-3 with Miami's win today. So it is a thing, but SMU's a way better team than Tulsa. So getting them at -1 right now at -115, I really like SMU because that does not qualify for them. That weird stat doesn't apply in this particular point in time.
Yep, I like that.
All right, cool. So we got those 3 games in now. And then we had the Purdue. We had the Northwestern by 1. Anything else you're seeing on your end, Amano?
Do Wisconsin, Michigan.
I was literally about to say that next. I think Wisconsin is at a very good chance of winning theirs spread at 7 points, and it's -105, and they're road favorites right now.
Michigan's horrible this year, Joe.
Michigan
and now
is
up to
terrible.
7 now. So the spread has gone up considerably in Wisconsin's favor for this game.
Yeah, Harbaugh has not been good at all this year.
Buy it down to 6.5.
Buy it down to 6.5. That probably would be. That's probably a good option here. If we're looking at the money, not a lot of money is backing Wisconsin in that game, which is causing the spread to go up from a -2.5 spread at the beginning of the week to 7 now.
You could buy it at -5 for -165.
So you want to get it -5. You can get 165 if you want to even bring it
That's
down
not
to
bad.
a field goal. But I do like it at -5.
I kind of like it where it is at the -7. I still think they're going to win by more than a touchdown, but I could see why you would want to bring it to 5.
Yeah, I mean, because Michigan still has athletes, and you just don't know when they're going to show up. It's just in the secondary, they look like a problem. But Wisconsin should be ready to play. I mean, they had those long layoffs from COVID games. They should be ready to go and ready to take on. So what do you think, Joe? It's your parlay.
I like it.
You like Wisconsin? Do you
Yeah.
want to buy it at the 7, or do you want to get it at the 165 -5, which just gives you a touchdown guarantee?
Yeah, no, I'd rather just keep it where it is.
Just keep it at the 7. I do like that too. So good luck for Joe. He's got 4 games. We think 4 winners.
Those are good picks.
I like these picks, so we're going to go with these 4. Should we round it out at 5?
Let's go
Do
with
a
5.
5.
Let's go
Do
with
another
more.
one. Do Florida.
Let's see. Florida, Arkansas. I actually like this one a lot too. Felipe Franks comes home
Coming back.
to play the Gators. And it'll be an interesting game.
I was
Arkansas
gonna
is
say-
not
Hit the
bad.
over.
Arkansas is at +16.5. I was going to say, I think they could cover it.
Wow, and I
Slam
like
it.
what Joey's saying right there.
Slam it.
Slam the over. Now, Arkansas
Slam the over?
is a good defensive team. So I will put that. So I would want to buy a little bit more points, but
Kyle Pitts, 3 touchdowns.
well, Kyle Pitts is
So-
out for the game, so that's a
That's
big.
a big change. I know that.
So Kyle
That's
Pitts
big.
is out. You get Arkansas at +16.5. Man, I love that spread, and you can even buy.
I think I'm going to go with the spread, honestly.
still- yeah.
them
and you might as.
covering.
I think they can. I think you can buy it up to 17.5, 18.5, and be okay.
I would just.
I
keep it
have
where it
Florida
is.
at plus. I have Florida -13.5 in this one.
If you put $5 on these 5 games right now with the spread for Arkansas, Florida, you could actually win $122.18 on Bovada.
That's not bad at all.
So 10 for 199 for Joe.
Do it.
All right, so that's the one
Going
we
with
have.
you,
So
Joe.
just to give you an update of what we have, this is Joe's parlay. We have Northwestern -1. The odds just moved, decreased to 175. Not a big change from 170 at -1. Wisconsin at 7. That's getting -105 for Wisconsin at -7. They're getting a lot of money in this game, but we definitely like Wisconsin's team.
I forgot. I faded the Northwestern pick. I took the 3.5. I took
you
the
took the
I took the
3.5?
regular
Instead of the
spread.
one,
I
right?
feel
Instead of the one,
confident in
yeah,
that,
yeah.
so I did take the 3.5. So mine probably has a little bit more of a reward with my parlay, but I still followed along fully, like with what teams you picked.
For sure. So Oregon -10.5 over Washington State at Washington State. SMU -1 on the road going into Tulsa, and Arkansas is +16.5. And you can just get that 10 for 199. So I really like this.
Yeah, I put $9.72 on this because I got to get rid of like the extra. I had to get the even number, and if I win this, I get 237.51. So Joe,
Let's do
I
it.
appreciate these picks. I feel confident in them.
Rona Daps.
There you go, Rona Daps, exactly.
Let's do it.
Ryan, how do you feel about those picks?
I love them. I'm actually scrambling to put these picks in right now.
Yeah, you got to get the Northwestern games about
Yep.
to start. So
ASAP.
everyone's got to get them in ASAP. If you're listening to the show, you're definitely getting ahead of steam here. So speaking of head of steam, Dustin Johnson at the Masters.
This guy. and
I'm
his
going to
golf.
nerd out right now.
Go for it, man. You earned it.
Dustin Johnson -7 tonight. And do you know where he went to school,
Where?
Daniel?
Where?
Ryan, do you know where he went to school?
Dustin Johnson,
Dustin Johnson.
somewhere in like Texas.
That's a good call. He's a Chanticleer.
The
No.
Coastal
He's a
Carolina
coastal Carolina
Chanticleers.
Chanticleer.
Hold on. One time for the Chanticleers. The greatest
One
team in
time
all of
That's the best thing
college
I've
For
heard.
the
football.
Chanticleers. Absolute one time for the Chanticleers. -7 today. At Augusta, he's through 17, so he ain't even done yet. That was my pick. Got it at +650, and we're feeling real good. We plussed it today, +400. We hit it yesterday at +200 when he took he took an eagle to 2. This man is got a 4-stroke lead. You can't count yourself a winner at the Masters, but he's been playing some great golf. And I really feel like he does really well here. So I'm going to nerd out. Dustin Johnson, you can't get him right now at a plus. I'm sorry that you missed it. Anyone in the Discord chat could have gotten it.
Join that Discord chat.
Wow. Join us.
That's amazing.
You get
That's
Masters
really,
stuff.
I haven't bet on the Masters at all this weekend.
I'm sorry.
I missed out.
Yeah, man, it's been great. Honestly, tomorrow you're going to have the Masters final round and football. Yes, I'm going to be watching nothing but football, but I will definitely have this on my computer and definitely will turn over to watch a Chanticleer become a Masters champion.
Death taxes and Tiger Woods wearing red on Sunday.
Tiger Woods is out of it, man.
Yeah, he won't be there.
He won't.
He missed the cut.
No, he didn't miss the cut, but he's not
still in the
shooting
top 50?
-16. That's what Dustin Johnson's doing right now for the tournament. He's -16. Right now, he's 4 strokes ahead of the closest, which is Im from South Korea, and Andre Answer. Right now, he's just dominating the competition. There's nothing to really say. A -7 on moving day. That's the best thing you can do in sports. And even though some of those underdog bets, Koepka definitely got a -3 today. Rory stormed back to -8 with a -5 day. He's been putting on a show, but he's got to catch Dustin Johnson. He's got 8 strokes to do so.
Is Dustin Johnson -7 the best single day so far?
That's not even close. No, it's not close either.
Wow.
Yeah, there's been some. Rory had a -5, but that's definitely one of the best ones.
There was a couple -6s on Thursday, though.
There were a couple -6s, but this is, I think, the first -7.
Yeah, that's awesome. On day 3 is huge.
All right, and that concludes our golf coverage for the entire rest of our lives. So, thank you guys for watching the show. I got to thank my actual in-house, actually here guest, Joey Gabriel.
Yeah, not that coward who's on the run.
Coward from
Appreciate
Disney.
it, fellas. I'll be back sometime
Going
soon.
head in to the coronavirus and everything in Disney with little kids who are sneezing on everything.
Face first.
Face first. Everything. It's a small world. He was riding the under roller coaster for the Miami game earlier.
No. I rode under mountain.
Under mountain. Correct.
Under mountain.
Under
Oh my
mountain.
God.
He rode
I rode
under
under
mountain.
mountain all the
We're
way
gonna have
to
to
a
successfully.
parlay win.
We're gonna have to take that phrase then. Anytime you hit the under, Pete, we're taking under mountain.
We're taking under mountain. I was trying to think of
I rode
the entire time you sent me that. I was trying to think of a more clever over, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
no.
that was a good parlay. I put that in right
Oh,
before we
Boston
ended the call.
College.
Yeah, that was a great
That was a
throw
great
from
catch.
Boston
Oh my
College.
God.
So, Ryan, thank you again for joining on with us. Thank you for anyone who's been tailing Ryan's picks because you're very thankful to Ryan. He's been winning you some money. Real stuff. Anything you want to say before you go? All right, fantastic.
Right, that was for you.
Mano.
Oh, I think I just lost.
No, you lost your
I think I
chance.
just lost.
Yeah, it's been good.
What
stuff.
happened?
Ryan,
What I
wait,
It's-
Ryan, look behind you.
What's up?
He's gone.
For everyone at the show, my co-host Daniel Amano. Make sure you follow us.
This
That
is
was
how
good.
I win.
Make sure you follow us at Gamble on Ginter. Give us a follow. Ginty Fresh 36, Joey Gabriel 31, only Amano, all caps. Make sure to give us a follow. Make sure to tune in. Amano Talk season whatever. What
Season
is it?
4,
Season
December
4.
3rd.
December 3rd.
Really
leads
excited,
up. Make sure to
swear.
check it out.
It's gonna be great.
For everyone, our brothers at Nothing But Facts podcast, what's going on?
Yeah.
Good to see everyone, and make sure you're tuning in next week. Hopefully we got some winners for you. Oh, wait. We had a big announcement today. We had a giant announcement. So I'm proud to announce that the show will be moving to early Saturday morning.
Oh yeah.
early Saturday morning, guys. We're going to try and get it in. Now,
We're
you
getting
will-
these picks in before 12 p.m.
I will tell you right now, you will get something on Saturday morning. Now, it may not be a live show that you're seeing today. If we do not do a live show then, we will try to come up with something and do a live show then. But you will get something taped, and you will get it Sunday morning every day right before you start your college football.
Saturday morning.
Yep,
Saturday morning.
Because you got to get into our 12 o'clock parlays. It's so fun to get into. So
the Discord chat gets popping for those 12 p.m. games if you want to join the premium program.
So once
DM
again,
us.
from all my co-hosts, from my guests, thank you for joining us today. See ya.